Take a look right here. The Gaussian channel just flipped red. The last time that it flipped red for an extended period of time was the prior market cycle top, when we plummeted from 70,000 all the way down to 15,000 while being red in the Gaussian channel. Time before that we were red for an extended period of time. The market saw its top in 2017, and while we were red, we plummeted from 20,000 all the way down to 3,000. What is about to happen next with this recent turn to red? And I'll let you in on a huge secret. There are two hidden clues in the chart right in front of you. And in today's video, I'm going to give you those two hidden clues and tell you what it means for Bitcoin's next big move. Let's get it. 99% are about to make a huge mistake when exiting altcoins and Bitcoin. One missed exit this cycle and your gains vanish. Get my new masterclass and exit altcoins and Bitcoin like a pro with zero doubt. To my students, I have never released this exit plan strategy before, and this will be the only time I do. Imagine waking up to a crash and feeling calm because you already exited like a pro. This limited seats pre-sale is going fast. Hurry, go now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com and save an extra $300 with crypto payment. Here we are on the Bitcoin US dollar index, and today we're on the 2-day chart. On the 2-day chart, we have what's called the Gaussian channel on your screen. Simply put, the Gaussian channel has two colors: green, which typically means really good, and red, which typically means really bad. Or does it? As I mentioned later in the episode, there are two hidden clues that are right in front of you in plain sight, and they have big impact for what Bitcoin is about to do. But typically when it's red, it typically means bad. You can see right here. Now the Gaussian channel is comprised of three lines. We have the top line, which typically acts as support and resistance. Support when we're coming down from an accelerated price move, and then support and resistance with the median line. You'll see the median line play a major role in a lot of our biggest moves. And then you have that bottom line of the Gaussian channel. And when we fall below that, a very specific move takes into action. Now, keep in mind, we were just below here. That was a great buying opportunity right before the explosion. We were below here. That was a great buying opportunity right before the explosion. Could it be that this is actually a hidden great buying opportunity? Well, that's the clue that I'm going to share with you at the end of the video. There are two secrets that I'm going to unveil. But what you want to know about the Gaussian channel is that it has some major advantages when looking at Bitcoin and deciding these big moves that Bitcoin has planned. But typically, when you see a change from green, especially an extended move in green and switching to red, it has huge implications as to what's going to happen next. Now, when we take a little big step back and we look at all of the history of Bitcoin, you'll notice every bull run is really staged with that strong green performance. And when we typically move into that red, it gets very aggressive, and that is the start of the bear market. Then we move into the next cycle. You can see these little small blips of red here that were hidden buying opportunities, which again, we'll get to a little bit towards the end. But you can see one in April of 2012. You can see another one in August 2013. Just these little secret clues that Bitcoin likes to drop. And the next cycle, when we switched to red, it was red for good. And we had one little secret happen in October 2015, and it was green for years. This was the perfect cycle in Bitcoin. I say it all the time that if you want to study cycles, and you want to get good at these patterns that repeat, this is a textbook cycle. This cycle will be studied even 10, 15 years from now. This is a textbook cycle. I would dream about having more like this. This is a flawless setup structurally. When you look at what Bitcoin, it moved to the next level, built structure, moved to the next level, built structure, moved to the next level, built structure, and just each stair step up, it was just textbook. Then we move into one of the most unorthodox moves that Bitcoin has ever had. But once again, it started with that shift from green to red after the market cycle top. Now, here's what I want you to zone in on. I want you to zone really in on the market cycle tops, because that's when we switch from a hard green to a hard red. And it always happens after the market cycle top. The top was here, not up for debate. And then this was that change to red. The market cycle top was here, not up for debate. The switch to red was after the top. And after the top, there's still a whole lot of discussion like, is the top in? Is it not in? Should you buy? Should you not buy? And the secrets are right in front of you. You can look at any of the market cycle tops, and when they topped, it happened after when we had switched to red. So here we are, sitting present day with a brand new switch to red. And we want to understand what is going on. One thing that we noticed right away, catch the top before it's gone. Get your exit plan at CryptoCrewUniversity.com. is that with this switch to red, we're actually holding some resistance on the 2-day chart. And we just take a quick glance back to see, okay, we had switched to red here. Yes, definitely holding some level of resistance, albeit not many candles. Maybe that's a clue. Hold on to this little tidbit because we will revisit. How about here? Holding some resistance at the bottom, switch to red, par for the course. And here, with that switch to red, it wasn't just holding resistance at this bottom line. Remember I told you those 3 lines of the Gaussian channel? Once you dip below, that bottom line there becomes your level of resistance, and more specifically, that median line right in the middle. And oftentimes in bear markets, you're not getting above that median line. So you see here, we had huge plummets from our Gaussian channel during bear markets, whereas these buy signals were fairly close. This huge buy signal, very close. Huge buy signal, fairly close. 99% are about to make a huge mistake when exiting altcoins and Bitcoin. One missed exit this cycle and your gains vanish. Get my new masterclass and exit altcoins and Bitcoin like a pro with 0 doubt. To my students, I have never released this exit plan strategy before, and this will be the only time I do. Imagine waking up to a crash and feeling calm because you already exited like a pro. This limited seats pre-sale is going fast. Hurry, go now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com and save an extra $300 with crypto payment. And I'm going to talk about the clues that we've got happening right now, but we cannot deny the fact that we just changed from green to red, that this is hot off the press, and this needs to be discussed at length. So as we look at it, we can see, okay, I get it. Now this Gaussian channel on the 2-day, I can see the red, I can see the bad. I can see these little buying tidbits happening here, these little hidden secrets, but we understand it's not like they're happening every day or every week or even every month. It's maybe once a year. This one is in 2023. Our next one was in 2024. And this one is in 2025. Catch the top before it's gone. Get your exit plan at CryptoCrewUniversity.com. So it happens almost once a year that maybe we get this little signal that is a little clue. Or could this be the start of a devastating market top that will end similarly to this one, or similarly to the one before in 2018, 2019, or similarly to the one before in 14 and 15? Now, that's where it brings us to today. This switch to red, and now I want to get into the nitty-gritty. What are these 2 secret clues here, and what does it mean for Bitcoin? Here it is in a nutshell. We understand the green is good. We understand the red is bad. However, it's very clear that about once per year, we could spit out these reds that are actually huge buying signal. And how do you know the difference? The difference between red being a really good buying opportunity and red being devastation. Well, here is the secret. What I want you to pay attention to is our action when we switch to red, right? Our action is always the same. Take a look at the clues that are in the charts. This is right in front of our faces here, and it's screaming loud and clear. For example, when by the way, take a mental screenshot of this switch to red. Now I want to examine here. When we had this switch to red, we showed significant weakness. You can see a fall right away from the red. Clue number one. Clue number two is we failed to have a higher high, right? You can see that we had a huge rally. This is a massive rally, but it didn't get higher than the previous high, which means it was a failed rally. And these failed rallies typically do not come out of the Gaussian channel again, okay? Huge clues right here, right? Huge move down with the move back up, typically median line, and a failed rally. All of those combined means absolute plummet in price coming. Those are the huge clues, right? Let's look at this one. Why wasn't this one the top of the market? Well, did we have huge moves under the red? No. Did we have a failed rally? No. Actually, in quick order, we came out of the Gaussian channel and proceeded directly to make a higher high, meaning that there was incredible strength in the market, meaning that that was the buying opportunity, meaning that it's not too late to buy. Buy when you break out of the Gaussian channel and make a new higher high because way more upside is coming. Okay, let's examine the market cycle before then. Okay, how about this one? 2018, let's follow our rules. We turned red. Okay, did we have a pretty parabolic move down from the red here? We weren't just hanging out right at this line? Yeah. Okay, did we have a huge rally? Yeah. Did it come into this median line? Ooh, it did. Did it make a higher high? Ooh. No, clearly it didn't. Okay, that means way further downside is coming. Which happened? Okay, let's look at the prior one. Okay, here. We had switched to red. When we switched to red, did we have huge downward action? Oh, we did. Did we have a huge move to the upside? Oh yeah, we did. Do you want to see the percentage this moved? This was a 100% move. Huge move, right? 100%. You know how much anxiety and chaos will come into the market with a 100% move to the upside? However, did it create a higher high? No. So much further downside was coming. From there, we proceeded directly to immediately to have a 75% correction. The clues are right in the charts. Now let's go to some buying. Well, how about this red one? How do we know this wasn't the top of the market? Well, did we have huge moves below the red? No. Oh, did we have a move quickly outside of the Gaussian channel? Yes. Did we quickly proceed to make a higher high? Oh yeah, here's our previous high and here's this higher high. As soon as we got out of the Gaussian channel, we made it. Oh, that was a buying opportunity, and that means it's not too late because a lot more upside is coming. So this is how you define with clear rules as a disciplined trader and investor. This is how you do it. When you look at it, you can clearly see what is happening right before our eyes. Let's again use our terminology here. We recently in 2024 had a red period. If we follow our rules, we can know what's coming next. Okay, did we have an explosive move down? Well, we had a little bit of a move down, but we spent most of the time really inside of the Gaussian channel. Okay, did we have a move outside of the Gaussian channel? Oh, we did. And then we held support. After that hold of support, did we quickly and swiftly make a new all-time high, a new higher high? Oh yeah, it just took us a couple candles and we were already at a new high, higher than our prior high. Okay, that means it's not too late to buy and a lot more upside is coming, which we had. We had a move from about 66 all the way up past 100K with these simple rules. So what does this mean? It means that if Bitcoin remains where it is now, we understand that this could stay red for a little bit. However, what Bitcoin has to do, without a doubt, is number one, first get out of the top of the Gaussian channel. And then number two, as soon as it gets out, it's got to make a swift and quick new all-time high. And if it does that, it simply means that that is a buying opportunity and there's a lot more upside to come. However, if Bitcoin fails now, starting now, to get above this median line, it's likely going to fail making a new all-time high. And if it doesn't make a new all-time high while this is red here, it means that significantly more downside is coming and it will be gruesome. One missed exit this cycle and your gains vanish. If you ever watched your portfolio go up and you didn't know when to exit altcoins or Bitcoin, this new exit plan masterclass is for you. To my students, I have never released this exit plan strategy before, and this will be the only time I do. You will walk away with exactly when to exit altcoins and Bitcoin with total clarity and 0 second guessing. This is a pre-sale and early bird seats are now open, but very limited. Imagine waking up to a crash and feeling calm because you already exited like a pro. Go now, CryptoCrewUniversity.com, and save an extra $300 off with crypto payment. Click the red button now to lock in your seats.